You can stay right where you are. We're going to interview you on the ground. How long have you been training for?
2 years.
And then what's your name?
Gabby.
Gabby, what, you have a last name, Gabby?
Rivas.
And then what are you doing here at SuperTraining today?
I'm gonna PR.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
So it's got 315 loaded on the bar. Is this the way you like to rest in between your deadlifts?
I always lay down in between deadlifts, yeah.
Just to relax, just let your back rest up?
Yeah.
How long have you been lifting for?
Probably like 5 to 7 years, just general lifting.
There's probably a lot of girls that have this goal, probably a lot of guys that have this goal. A lot of girls out there have this goal to be able to lift this. Say you're trying it for a double. What do you have to share with them, something they should know about lifting this kind of weight?
To just go for it and not be scared of it being hard. I think a lot of people get under a bar or they try to lift a bar. And as soon as it gets difficult, they kind of give up.
Yeah.
And so I think women especially should kind of power through that. So expect it to be difficult. Yeah, stick with it.
We're going to catch back up with you. We've got to get this set down here. Come on, 700-pound squat. Come on now, here we go. There it is. Oh! Yeah! Let's go! Yeah, Brad! Woo! No down on the depth there, but... Hey, what do you think about that? Your bro smashing a 700-pound squat. You've been watching him week in and week out fighting for this. What do you think about that?
You know, I'm a little hurt, a little bit, but I'm also proud of him. He worked for it. Shit,
that wasn't nice. I mean, you just hit him pretty hard there, but I guess your brother, so it doesn't matter.
This squat's 700 pounds.
Are you guys both getting some training from Josh Bryant?
Yeah.
He's doing a lot of your programming for you? That would explain the beanies. Josh Bryant's a big fan of the beanie.
I was the first one with the beanie.
What, I mean, obviously, like, it's a lifetime of lifting that led to a 700-pound squat, but what are some things maybe in the last, or what are some things you learned from Josh that specifically maybe led to this 700-pound squat? Because I'm sure before that you're probably pretty strong anyway.
Yeah. Honestly, Josh just is constantly putting me in the position to succeed, so I wouldn't say there's anything special that I've learned from Josh. He's a very smart guy.
Right.
He gives me the right accessories and volume to build up to this kind of a squat. But
he built you into, so you were prepared for that today, right? Because all the stuff you did previously.
Exactly. So Josh puts me in a position to succeed. He gives me the work to build up to this, and then I've been preparing for this for a long, long time. So there's no doubt in my mind that I could get it.
It wasn't a just random roll of the dice.
Yeah.
Like, oh, all right, well, I'm going to try 700.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely not. This is, I mean, I've been, Josh, been with Josh for probably like 6 months or 8 months now. And before that, I'd been lifting for over 10 years. So it's just been a steady process of building up.
Who's the older brother here?
Me.
All right, so you got a lot of catching up to do when it comes to the squat. What about the bench and what about the deadlift?
He's got me on bench right now, so I got some work to do there.
And then maybe even on deadlift?
Deadlift, we're pretty close. I think I might have him by a little bit right now, but we're pretty close.
So then you probably have him on the total?
Yeah.
We got to get moving, buddy. You basically live in the gym. You're paid to be here. You know, we got to figure some stuff out. What's the age difference?
4 years. 4 years. So he's got some time to catch up to me.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Great job. Congratulations on that spot.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That was amazing. And not only that, it looked like you could do a little bit more.
Yeah.
So now the cool thing to talk about is, all right, 725. Like, when are we talking about 750? And then when are we talking about 800? Good job, man. That was unbelievable.
Keep building. Appreciate it.
There hasn't been a lot of those in the gym. And then I think, is that the first time you had knee sleeves on?
Yeah. I just started incorporating. I'm doing a meet in 10 weeks.
Did you do knee sleeves last time you squatted?
No.
Yeah, so this is the first time I've seen him with some knee sleeves on. So.
Yep.
Give you a little extra confidence.
First time cheating.
Yeah, just every day. And now this girl is going to be going for a PR deadlift, 715 for 2. And like I know for some people, like it's really cool and exciting and gets you really fired up to see those crazy weights like that. But I just like seeing people's maxes. Period. I don't care what the amount of weight is. Come on now, let's go. Nothing's different. A little bit more weight. You got this. Just like your last set. Come on now. You can do it.
Yep. Right in, squeeze up the top, squeeze. Woo! Yeah. Again.
Stay with it. Stay
All
with
right,
it.
stop,
Stay with it.
squeeze.
Oh, that's got to feel good, huh?
Yeah, finally.
Hell yeah. Great job.
Thank you.
For a lot of people, and you hear women kind of talk about this more, but I think this goes for guys too. some people get so obsessed with their body and kind of like what they look like, and they end up having some eating disorders, and having some like body dysmorphia. Has powerlifting kind of taught you anything about your body, and maybe helped you maybe relax with like trying to be like skinny or trying to be something else?
Oh, absolutely. When I first started lifting, the goal was definitely like lose weight and look better. But the more weight you lift, the more you care about like what your body can do and not what it looks like.
Right. You're like, maybe it's not
And
bad
you
to
look
have.
good, like-
Maybe it's not bad to have some size, right?
Yeah. So I mean, the good part is like I also look my best now.
Right.
Once you focus on the weight, like the rest comes after. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That was awesome watching you do that today. That was so cool. From all that bench pressing, let's go. Keep it moving now. Nice. Good strict pressing. There you go. What's the like? I know that this weight's not that heavy for you, so you can probably kind of like almost chuck it around, but you are doing like a lot of sets, right?
Yeah.
Why are you putting the weight in your lap? Like, what's that technique for? You try to keep the weight close to you, or like spare yourself from like using your biceps too much or something?
Well, I think it's just like repositioning your hands to get in a really good spot to where it's sitting in your lap, so you can get it. You can lap
Right.
it pretty easy. Keep
And
it close to your body,
Right.
and then you can brace better.
And another reason, like what she's saying is, switching your hands around on that is really important, because like this isn't a crazy weight for her to do. This is a challenging weight for her to do for this many sets, this many reps. But as soon as you start to get like heavy weight on there, then it takes a certain style to pick the weight up, and then it takes a different style to put it up overhead. So that's why they do what's called lapping it. They put it in their lap, readjust a little bit, and then they get ready to push it up overhead. And then what you're doing today is more of a strict press, right?
Yeah. I mean, he said to keep it at like RPE 6, and for me, if it gets any harder, then I'll have to like
Use your leg.
Yeah, but my strict
Have
press
you
is
learned how to
about
use it?
as good as my push press.
I was going to
so.
say, have you learned to use your legs yet? Because sometimes, like,
Yeah,
that's
I really haven't.
Yeah, I
would
don't
say
know how to use them
I
either.
would say my strict press is pretty damn close to my push press. So, as sad as that is.
How did you like competing in Strongman?
It was good. It was different. It felt like the events went by quicker. But like, it was more chaotic. Like less time to warm up. Like I didn't even warm up for my yoke walk. Like, it was kind of just like a free for all. So like you kind of had to be like, all right, I'm taking this bar.
Yeah.
Like, and warming up with it. Otherwise, like, it was just, I don't know, it was different. It was crazy. There was a lot of people too. There was a shit ton of people. We were all trying to do the same thing. And it was kind of a mess, but it ended up working out pretty good.
You gonna do it again? You're training for it.
Yeah, I'll probably train. So I started a new training process to see, because like, to be fair, I only had about 5 weeks, which was really only about 4 weeks to learn the events, because the last week you're not supposed to really do much. So it was just like getting familiar with the events, because I had never touched some of these things. Like I touched the circus dumbbell once and the axle press like twice.
Was that like scarier or better than a powerlifting meet, knowing like, oh man, my opening squat's 315 or whatever? Was it better to like not really know, or have like no or low expectations?
It was good for me to like have low to no expectations.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like I can't be as hard on myself as I would
Yeah, I
probably
never
be.
tried it before. So
Yeah, I
what's-
never really
what's
tried it
gonna
before, so
happen?
it's
Yeah.
like, what's the
Yeah.
like? I can't get too mad if it wasn't super awesome, because it's like I only had 4 weeks to prep and I touched this implement twice or once, and like Moss wrestling, I'd never done it. Never. Up until the event, I had never touched it. And I went out there, and I did really freaking good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Odd actually texted me, and he wants me to, like, do it.
Yeah, like
Do it
yeah,
for
do it more serious. Like
legit.
just concentrate on
Yeah.
just that more.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I was like, I could go to
How
Russia.
can people find out more about Strongman? Do you have some resources? Do you have anybody that is helping you program, or there's some recommendations you would shift someone towards if they want to try it out?
Yeah, you know what, Strongman's a funny sport, because a lot of strongman, unless they're like the elite, don't have like massive followings, but there's a lot of good information out there. I'm currently getting coached by Terry Rady, and that's at Terry Rady, TerryRady. and he's dope. He's great. He's won probably every title that you could win in Strongman as like not a super heavyweight, like not a Brian Shaw or an Eddie Hall. Like he's won every single event in the weighing 220. So he's done it all, and he's got a lot of information. He has a website, he does blog posts, he does a lot of IGTV tutorial stuff, and there's tons of seminars you can do. Brian Alsrew, never say it, I watch his YouTube channel all the time. Just like right before I did this, I watched Brian Alsrew's log clean and press because I just needed a refresher because like I said, I didn't really have too much coaching into it. So Brian Alsrew, Terry Rady,
got Alan Thrall right here in Sacramento. So anybody that's in this area, I mean, always come check out SuperTraining Gym. You're more than welcome to. But we got Alan Thrall is just our neighbor right around the corner, so check him out too. Anyway, just trying to get you guys fired up and motivated. There's no reason not to lift, and there's so many different options. You don't have to power lift. You don't have to do bodybuilding. You could do strongman. You could do CrossFit. You can lift with many different styles, but you do need to lift. You do need to get some sort of resistance training in. Me and Tyler over here kicking it about, you know, what's like the lowest amount of weights that we can use. Tyler has benched nearly 400 pounds. And we're talking about how do you still get stimulus, you know, when you've reached a certain level of strength. And I was talking to Stan Efferding a few weeks ago, and I was like, hey, do you think you can get like some good stimulation out of using like 4 and 5, you know, 3 and 4 plates? And he was like, no, I don't think so. He said, I think I need more. And I said, really? I find that amazing because I'm in here lifting like I'm weaker than a kitten, and I've kept a lot of size, and I feel good. I feel like nothing really hurts. That's the other thing, is I feel very healthy. Everything's feeling really good. I mean, I'm out running and stuff like that too. So I think that once you have acquired it, once you've acquired that muscle mass, once you've acquired that strength, maybe you don't need to worry about it anymore. And Tyler and I were just saying, maybe it's like when you're younger, maybe it is a little more important that you go after those bigger weights.
Yeah, in the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning you kind of need to. Got those newbie gains? Keep them going. Let's go now, get that chest. Tyler does a little bit more of like a fly and a press, kind of getting the best of both worlds. A lot of people aren't going to be able to do that, especially with 70-pound dumbbells. See that upright chest posture right there? That's perfect. That's how he's getting the maximum stretch from his chest. That's how he's developing or recruiting as many muscle fibers as possible. There you go.
You just crank through that like no problem.
Good stuff.
That's outstanding to watch. It's amazing.
Feeling good.
It looked really easy.
I really would like struggle to use like 30 pounds in the way
No,
that he's moving.
I can't do that.
No, not
And
at
so
all.
I'm watching him do it going like, man, that's heavy.
Glad I was a powerlifter first. Powerlifter before I was bodybuilder.
Yeah, look at, do that again. Holy
crazy.
Hulking out.
But
That
gotta-
side vein right there.
yeah, the veins come out, but I need another inch there.
Why do you, how'd you develop that kind of technique? Someone teach you that, or is this something that
I'm
feels
thinking
good for
about-
you?
I mean, if I go closer, I'm not feeling it in my chest. I feel like I'm tricepping it, so I really want to feel my chest doing all the work. That's why I've always gone wider, because I just feel my chest is pushing it up, not just anything, you know?
And how long you been lifting for?
Since I was in middle school, or maybe even like late elementary school.
Does it take a long time to look like you work out?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and long
And,
time,
I mean-
and how long do you think it took
The full like
with a t-shirt on to look
middle
like you
school.
worked out?
Middle school and my first year of college, it was all like more endurance stuff because of wrestling and jiu-jitsu.
Right.
Then I started doing powerlifting from like 20 years old to 25, more heavy stuff. And then I've been doing bodybuilding from like 26 to now. So, you know,
Nice.
not always purposely training for size and looking
Right.
good in a t-shirt.
But it may have taken you about, you know, even without some of what you were training for specifically, it might have taken you like 5-10 years of
Yeah.
like eating, right? Eating
Oh, yeah.
properly,
Yeah.
and then the training properly for people to go, whoa, dude, like your arms are looking pretty big, right?
Yeah. Well, and just all
Takes
the-
a long ass time.
all the brute strength I got in powerlifting when I was younger, like you were just saying, like I lifted heavy when I was in my early 20s for powerlifting,
Right.
and then brought that strength over to the bodybuilding training, and I think that really helped me.
All right, we're out of here. Strength is never a weakness. Weakness is never a strength. Catch y'all later.